Hey everyone, Paul from Grindhouse Funny House. Yesterday, Saturday, was Record Store Day 2019. Did you go? Did you experience the fever? Did you find the titles you wanted? I had three titles, three vinyls I wanted. No, actually, no, two vinyls and a book. And today I want to talk to you about the book. The book is Blood on Black Wax, horror soundtrack on vinyl. And it was something that was announced a couple months ago. The instant they announced it, I wanted it. I wanted this particular edition for this right here. And I want to show it to you right now. I want to show you this book in all its glory. And the other the other purchase I made, I will show that to you as well. So let's do this thing. All right, so I'm going to give you a little backstory on this book. It's pretty much a book to celebrate the history of horror soundtracks on vinyl. Actually, I believe it's the first time such a book exists. And there's a good reason why now they're releasing this, because in the last few years, labels like Mondo Death Waltz, Waxwork Records, they've been, re-releasing classic horror soundtracks. And this was this was prime, and there's a huge fan base for those re-releases. This will be released by 1984 Publishing, and it's behind the book. It's Canadian horror magazine Rue Morgue, and it's 240 pages of artwork, of LP sleeves, album reviews, interviews, details about each releases. It's written by Aaron Lupton, who's the music editor at Rue Morgue, and Jeff Spurglass, who's a staff writer. Mick Garris wrote the foreword, and composer Christopher Young wrote the afterword. So what was special about the record store release of this is, first of all, it was signed by the author, which I could show you right here. There you go. And also, we got an exclusive 7-inch single of music from the 1980 Cannexploitation horror classic, Prom Night. You know it very well with Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen, pre-Naked Gun and all. It's on red wax. It's on red wax vinyl, and there's exclusive artwork from artist Gary Pullen. And this whole thing was limited to like 1,300 copies. And I got this right here, right now. Look at this, Prom Night, the artwork from Gary. And here are the tracks from it. I believe it's instrumental cuts from the score, and a few songs from the movie, like the disco tracks you hear on The Train. And here we go. Here's the red vinyl right here. Look at this beautiful thing, disco ball right here. And there you go, 45 RPM. Look at this. It's great it looks good enough to eat. So I'm gonna put this right there. And yeah, that was one of the big reasons. And on their official day of release, next month on May 13th, there's going to be another limited edition release, and this time around it will be a 12-inch vinyl pressing, and it's going to be the entire soundtrack of Prom Night. And if you're a color variant nut, there'll be colors like the Bloody Disco Ball, which is red splatter on metallic silver, and a Disco Acid Flashback, which is a tricolored royal blue, hot pink, blood red swirl. And yeah, I feel like this is something else I might have to get. And if any of the people at Rue Morgue are listening to this right now or watching this, I'm actually winking right now, but you're not seeing it, so wink. All right, for a little review situation, perhaps. So yeah, there you go. This is the little backstory behind it. I'm going to show you the book real quick. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because, then why would you buy it? But here it is, right here. It's separated in 7 chapters. Supernatural horror, savage science fiction, creature feature, murder maestros, rock and roll nightmares, Italian terror, and different beasts. You can see the foreword by Mick Garris here, and an introduction from the authors. But it looks really good. It's really sturdy book. Quality paper, All the images I've perused so far looks amazing. It actually makes me want to buy even more stuff, because I have a few titles from the Vares Sarabande days, and it's pretty much the ones I'm like trying to look for, but some of them are like in the high 200s to 300s. There's actually a guy I know here, a seller from had a store like in the 80s, and he actually bought all those titles back then for like 20 bucks, 15 bucks, and now he sells them to like collectors in Japan for exactly that, 200, 300 bucks. But yeah, those are very well coveted titles. So here's the, you know, A Nightmare on Elm Street series. Look at those covers, they look amazing. We got Evil Dead 2 right here, and I think this is the Mondo release, I believe. Yes, it is. Beetlejuice, Danny Elfman, you know, great Sun Tracker from back in his early work, you know, Batman, Edward Scissorhand, you know, even like Dick Tracy did like the theme for The Flash, the TV show, was great. So yeah, here's like more of The Shining, Exorcist, Carrie. I'll show you a little bit more here, like at least from Candyman. Like science fiction, aliens, of course, Life Force. That one I want, like the one from Vares Sarabande. It is in the hundreds of dollars. Right here, Chopping Mall, Predator, Alan Silvestri, amazing composer, soundtrack. The Thing, this one, that original pressing from the Vares Sarabande days would be great to own, you know. I do have this one. It's a really good soundtrack. Yeah, it goes on and on. It's really well detailed. Gremlins, I got this one. I wish they would release the entire score for this one and not just a half and half kind of thing. But yeah, so Creepshow, Blackula, It's Alive, The Howling, Cat People, got this one too. Ha ha ha. So yeah, man, just so many things to look up. Desire, soundtracks to Desire. I have a lot of reading to do, and this really looks amazing. Oh yeah, this one was a pretty good release. I don't own it yet, but I want to. So yeah, man, Maniac Cop. This goes on and on. So it's a book, if you're a really big fan of this kind of music, as I am, it's well worth getting, and the price. Obviously, you won't be getting it with the 7-inch I got, but it's still worth, you know, getting, and I can't wait to dig even more into this as I'm, you know, shuffling pages quickly just to give you a taste. And yeah, they really did a good job on this one, and I urge you to get it. So there you go, and voila. Hey, so I'm cutting in right now because I got too excited towards the end and I forgot my other titles I picked up at Record Store Day 2019, which is New Jack City. Nino Brown, man, Wesley Snipes against Ice-T, the cop. What started it all for Ice-T being a cop in things since then, pretty much. This is a killer soundtrack, a lot of New Jack swing happening. Ice-T, obviously. Queen Latifah's in this. There's even a bonus track that was only on cassette back in the day. This was only, I think it was released on vinyl back in 1991, but nothing since. And this is right here, released also on, look at this beautiful, first time on vinyl in the US, silver vinyl. So yeah, it was a European release, I think in Germany, for a Record Store Day right here. I'm gonna crack it open right now. So there you go, cracked open. Quicker this way because it's always a pain to remove those things. So we got right here a nice little cardboard sheet kind of thing with the cast, Mario Van Peebles director, and we got here you know, the credits for the songs, side 1 and 2 right here, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to have an insert like this. And let's check out the color, shall we, of this beautiful vinyl. Ooh, silver vinyl, how sexy. Look at this right here. New Jack City, side 1 and 2. Look at this, can't wait to play this bad boy up. And let's see, from the back, show you here the same thing right here. So yeah, pretty cool that they released this. You know, I do love me some blaxploitation, even though this is like new blaxploitation, urban cinema from the early 90s, right there. And I know I spoke of a third title I wanted, and that was Lost in Translation. And it came in like a beautiful, like purple vinyl type thing. It's, you know, Kevin Shields from My Bloody Valentine doing the soundtrack from back then. There's already been a first pressing of it back in 2005, but it's so crazy. It goes for crazy money. So I wanted to get the $30, you know, record store day release, but you know, sadly I came in too late to the store I went to, so I'll have to go to Discog to find it. But really happy about New Jack City. And yeah, let's go back in the program already in progress. That is it. So hopefully you enjoyed this, I guess, unboxing, even though it came from a box, but more of a preview of the book. And if you like this, you know, please like, share, and subscribe. Check me out at Grindhouse Funhouse, where I post on the daily. And come back soon for more videos of that ilk. And until then, I bid you adieu for now.